Hey folks, Justin Osburn here, coming to you from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm here to meet this week with some dealers in a 20 group. I'm Justin Osburn. If you don't know who I am, I'm an NIDA 20 group moderator and dealer consultant, and we're going to get together and share some best ideas. If you don't know what a 20 group is, I'd sure like for you to look through the links down below. Check out my website, justinosburn.com, and think seriously about how a 20 group can help your dealership. Come with one idea, leave with 20 best practices. That's what we like to do. But you know, I was thinking this last week about all this lead generation that's coming through. It's coming from the internet. We're getting it from the phones. We're getting it on the lot. And we're doing everything we can do to spend advertising dollars smart to generate good productive leads. And we're really consumed, and dealers seem to be very consumed right now with lead generation on the internet. Where are we spending how many internet leads are we getting? And how many of those are showing up? But we can't lose sight of the phone. And as part of my Sales Essentials course, my Sales Essentials sales training program, a big piece of that course is the phone. We've got to be great on the phone. And so in this video, I offer you 3 bare bones must sales essentials that you have to be able to get good at, or you have to get your team good at in order to be effective on the phone. And what's effective on the phone? Well, if you get 100 inbound phone calls, you need to be setting appointments with about 85 of them, 85%. And we're going to talk about that. So here's number 1. Okay guys, so here's tip number 1. How do you sound? How do you feel? What's your mental state? So I think everybody brushes over this step like it's not a big deal. Like, yeah, I'm always in the right frame of mind, but we're busy on the lot. There's people running back and forth. Everybody needs something. Nobody can wait for an email to be answered. Everybody needs to tug at you right now. So when you get that inbound lead, when you get that inbound call and you pick up the phone, are you really prepared to take that? Are you got the mental state, the readiness to handle with clarity what's going on? Because let me tell you why it's important. Do you know that 90% of inbound calls, 10 days later, those callers have a new or used car sitting in their driveway? 90%, that's powerful. So we got to be ready, we got to be focused, and we can't be giving it half of our attention. How do you sound? Here's, dealers don'ts, what you don't want to do. Sales. This is Justin, can I help you? Yes, can you hold 1 second? Hello? No. When we pick up the phone, we want to be ready to go. And we got to start the call off with a first impression. This is the number 1 primary step. There's only 3 steps, and this is number 1. So I want to give a good greeting. I want my first impression to be solid. So a lot of it has to do with my tone and my state of mind, my posture. Do I feel good? Am I coming across the phone like I need to be coming? If you think about the difference between a bad call and a good call or a great call, there's a lot of difference in listening to those 2 phone calls. Here's the difference. Thank you for calling Max Motors. This is Justin Osburn. Can I help you? Or how can I help you today? How can I help you today? That greeting, it's full of enthusiasm. They can tell I want to be there. They can tell I'm excited about being there. And there's enthusiasm there, and that is a much better way to intro your call than, hello, Justin, sales. So I want to make sure I'm ready to go, man. 90% of these people will have a new car in 10 days. So I want to be prepared to answer the phone. Mentally, physically, I want to be ready to go. So step 1 was to sound strong on the phone. Be excited, be enthusiastic about what you do. If you're not excited about it, go do something else, because it comes across on the phone. But number 2, step 2, the critical step. I got to do a good meet and greet. I got to sound strong. I got to be enthusiastic. I got to like what I do. But number 2 is I got to get their contact information. Yep, that means their name and their phone number, a way to get a hold of them in the future. Now, we already know when we get a phone call, an inbound phone call, most of the time they're calling on a particular vehicle, a lot of times from the website or an ad, and they say, hey, I'm calling about XYZ 2012 XYZ. Can you tell me more about that car? What's the price, or what's the payment, whatever. So here I create a good reason for me to call them back, and giving them a reason to provide me with their contact information is going to make you more credible, you more trustworthy, especially if you say it with confidence, and it's going to make them feel better about giving that to you because there's a reason. So I may say something like, hey, Joe, that's a great vehicle, I'm familiar with it, but I just want to make sure it's still available. It'll take me about 5 or 10 minutes to do that. Now, your phone number, are you calling me from your cell, or are you calling me from your home right now? Oh, okay, you're calling me from your cell phone. Great. And that number is? Awesome. And Bob, I assume that's B-O-B? Great. And your last name is? And so here I've just used an assumptive close or an assumptive question to say, hey, I'm going to call you back, and I need to call you back because I'm going to go, that car you just called in, I'm going to go check to make sure it's available, that it's here, that there's nothing wrong, and to make sure I'm up to speed to answer all your questions. And so then I give them a reason to give me their contact information. You know what? Actually, Bob, I think I can get that information for you right now. Can you hold one moment? Just one moment? Great. And I put them on hold. So once I've done that, I'll take them back off hold. Now I've got their contact information and I can move forward in the call. There's only a third thing we need on an effective phone call, and you guessed it, we need an appointment. Bob, it'd be great for you to come down and see this. I've got some availability today or this evening. Which one works best for you? Or this afternoon or this evening? Which works best for you? Or could you come in this afternoon, or would tomorrow be better? So I'm giving him a choice. And if he says, you know, I'm not sure if I want to come in, then I want to move to a tentative appointment. Well, listen, I understand you're busy. I understand you got to talk to your wife. I know I've got to talk to my wife about all of our purchases and appointments and schedules and everything else. So I get it. So listen, I know you got to talk to your spouse. How about we do this? How about we set a tentative appointment for this afternoon or tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And then if you can make it, great, I'll be ready for you. If you can't make it, that's okay too. We can follow up from there. So that's a tentative. I'm trying to get him to say yes, and then I can move forward from there. And if he says, no, I don't want to do a tentative appointment, I don't want to do an appointment, I'm just trying to get more information about the car, I can just do a follow-up. Listen, I know you can't make it in, and I know you can't commit to a time, so how about I just follow up with you in 24 hours? Or how about I just follow up with you tomorrow at 3? Or what time is the best time for me to follow up with you tomorrow? Would that be in the morning or the afternoon? To give them two options. So these are the 3 attacks, or the 3 trial closes I use to get the appointment. Go for the appointment ASAP, today or tomorrow, and then back up from there. If you can't do it today or tomorrow, how about the weekend? So I'm going for the appointment. If I can't get the appointment, then I'm saying, hey, it's okay. How about we do a sketchy appointment, a tentative appointment, and we see if we can work it in. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going for, hey, give me permission to call you back. How about I follow up with you? So I got to get their contact info. I got to start off strong with a good meet and greet. I be clear in mind. I got to communicate clearly. I got to be enthusiastic and energized. And then I've got to get their contact info, and then I've got to get an appointment. I got to go for the appointment. 90% of inbound calls will have a new car or a used car sitting in their driveway in 10 days. Hope you like this episode on my 3 essentials on a phone call. Give me some feedback down below. Like and subscribe. Check out JustinOsburn.com. If you're not in a 20 group, please reach out to me. I'd love to explain how 20 groups work. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.